Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So this one actually came from a recommendation. A colleague of mine picked it up a little while ago and had a lot to say about it, good and bad. That was enough to get me curious. So today, we're getting into all of it. But before that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details. So I've been a software engineer staring at two 1080p TN panels at 27 inches each, one landscape and one portrait, when this monitor showed up, and it's honestly been a game changer. The jump from 1080p to 4K is the most obvious upgrade. Text and icons look unbelievably sharp, and I can truly scan code without my eyes getting tired. I'm on Windows 10 with 175% scaling, and the clarity is night and day compared to my old setup. It feels like I'm looking at a much bigger, more capable workspace without the eye strain. Then there's the panel change. I swapped from a TN to an IPS panel, and the color depth is noticeably better. I work a lot in dark themes, so those deep shadows and blues pop more, and the color accuracy across the board just feels more true to what you'd expect. It's not just the darks, the overall color balance is richer and more pleasant to look at during long sessions. The design is solid too. This monitor has sleek bezels and a clean, professional vibe in gunmetal gray. The stand is sturdy and you can tilt and swivel into a comfortable position, which matters when you're switching between a terminal, a browser, and a code editor. It's easy to imagine slapping this on a Visa mount later if I ever want to free up desk space. It looks premium without shouting about it. Of course, there are a few caveats I've been mindful of. A lot of people complain about backlight bleed on this model, and while I'm still using the stock factory settings, I don't notice any bleed during normal work. The one time it's a little visible is when the screen is fully black during sleep. You occasionally see a tiny glow from the corners. In daily use with dark themes, it's basically inconsequential. There's also the color behavior you'll hear about with DisplayPort. Some folks had green hues, which apparently got addressed by a firmware update. I haven't dug into the newest firmware yet, but I can say I don't see weird colors when using DP on my unit. HDMI remains clean in terms of color accuracy, which is nice if you've got a mixed setup. I've had a bit of a love-hate relationship with HDR claims. Dell says this can push up to 550 nits, and when you test native HDR material, it can look impressive, though it isn't what you'd call true HDR by the reference standards. It's brighter and more colorful, but you're not getting the same punch you'd get from a high-end HDR monitor. If HDR punch is your main requirement, a proper HDR TV might still be a better bet. Gaming is fine for a 60Hz monitor. It looks great, but you'll want a beefy graphics card to drive 4K smoothly in modern titles. I've bumped some games down to 140p to keep things silky, and even then the visuals are stunning on this IPS panel. Enabling the fast response option helps with motion a bit. Bottom line, for programming, this monitor is excellent. Coming from 1080p TN panels, the jump in clarity and color is worth it, and it's encouraged me to consider running a multi-monitor setup soon. It's well built, attractive, and comfortable to live with day to day, which is exactly what you want from a long-term work screen.
That's a wrap. If you enjoyed this, drop a like and subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Let's chat in the comments. See you in the next one.